Good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to today's show, Face the Nation GH, Trending Issues and Rebuilding Ghana. Once more, my main welcoming community. As I always say, the program has been divided into three. First segment, we welcome the community. The second segment, we do the trending issues. And under Rebuilding Ghana, we choose a particular topic, very urgent or sensitive, then we address it. It's still like for the past couple of months, it's one major topic are dominating rebuilding Ghana, and it have to do with the health of the people. Because to me, we say that everybody's health is your what. There are a lot of issues that can be to me. I can't watch. Even with this LGB, I know see I have a proud video about it, but you see it's taking a different dimension. But if you take it as a priority with these health issues, I think so we are caught back into the COVID now. And then rebuilding Ghana, we'll talk about the COVID. So, I mean, as you can see, that is going to be the deterrent. So after this quick break, now, All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the studios. Okay, let's do this. When we do the trending issues, your pick issue, one of the bulletin stories now, give you a take on it, then we move on. Let's start with this. What happened yesterday between Baba Jamel clashes with Nana B over Chachuchikata? You see, Nana B was holding on to, which is MPP National Youth Organizer, was holding on, he's also a lawyer too. So maybe per his observation, he was holding on, say, Chachi was just misleading the court based on how our presented cases and the number of reviews in your man. Then, Baba Jamel also stepped in and all counter Nana B said, no, Nana B is just getting it wrong, but Chikata is trying to put up a case there. It was a very heated argument between the two of them. Then another issue, so okay, in regards to the veteran air cost, I say he's 53 years old. I don't know when he will learn. Gisela to Peter. MP for Awuti Senior West. Blizzard and a sister, right? And I know or question when her colleague MP Peter Mewu will begin to learn. I mean, it's one of those things. This particular story, sorry, I don't want to go into it. Okay, from Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opunifrimpon, Executive Director of the Alliance for Christian Advocacy Africa. I don't see COVID-19 vaccine as end-time prophecy. Yes. And rebuilding Ghana, you're talking about COVID now. I think right now, let's thank God and let's also commend this current administration. You say credit must be given where it is due, and it must be withheld where it's not. I think the government has been very decisive and swift in regards to how Lomotimia acquired this vaccine within the shortest possible time. Even Americans in the Korea almost passed what we call emergency FDA approval. About 500,000 people, and as a result of this COVID issue, even Omun Tumimpo ain't give you members in the Crampo Bibri, hasn't been vaccinated members in Bibri with assurance that in few months they'll be able to vaccinate about 130 million people out of the 300 million population. So I think the Ghanaian leadership has done very well. But you see, the only problem I'm seeing right now in regards to have to do with education. Even though they've been able to acquire the vaccine, but the point is, citizens and ultimate reactions are, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So when I saw this article from Dr. Kwabena Opunifrimpon, I think it's very encouraging because a bit more try to connect it to some end time prophecies. Getting in contact with 666. No, I doubt it. So it is also another challenge on the government to embark on mass education. See, Ghana becomes recipient of historic first shipment of the COVAX vaccine. Yes, as I stated earlier, I think the government has done very well. As at Wednesday, and now Pena Ghana, chiefs asked to take lead role in COVID fight. Nana Opare Kwafu. I think that is in the right direction. Looking at the core, I think so. Say Ghana for on our side, political leaders and way influence. Chiefs was so much influence. So it's about time say you get to involved with this and so. All right, let's do this. Meet the youngest minister in Akufo-Addo's government. Samuel Acheampong will be the youngest minister to serve under Akufo-Addo's government. And then I'll have any 10 at the vetting committee. Same, any Asenso Boache, then I believe Peter Amewu too. I don't know. You see, I believe it's a national security and investigative issue. You say, Form 3 students of Tuasi Senior High School commit suicide at Barikese. I mean, what at all, remember at this stage and go for engaging in said practice? From Peter Amewu, I would have still won the election if Sa resident had voted in Hohoi. Yeah, no wonder, because already has been declared into, he's a politician. You should expect this. Police personnel heap praises on IGP for procuring 18 brand new welfare buses. Mahama files application for the NDC legal team finally almost filed closing arguments in regards to the 2020 election petition. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, they have to. I mean, it's not just they are forced to. Once almost started processing, they definitely at one point must come to an end. From Chief Imam, I say review laws to criminalize homosexuality. Chief Imam to government. You see, as the constitution stands, per their criminal codes, they don't have a clear law preventing such practices. No, even though their criminal statute does talk about carnal knowledge, but specify. So if the Ghanaians are very serious to go down where this LGBT issue is concerned, coming out with laws with very immediate. They can pass one. Look, see the Omutimi expedited certain bill involving money in their parliament. It's the same way. No, so I heard this in their parliament. It's a near deliberate attempt to be because now you can see from the Islamic clergy or the Islamic sector, they are rejecting it. You can also take it from the Christian. You've seen the reactions of the people, but you see, this is where the hypocrisy actually comes in or plays in. So almost taking laws into their house. So they want it means the security of the country itself has failed the people. It did not mean so almost property way. All this while all my arrangement and lunch invited foreign diplomats and more attend. Look, they are just not being open to the people. I'm not surprised for Monica say there are some MPs, ministers, and certain journalists out behind this. Yes, because the people alone are look. Anytime you are dealing with this particular group, it's a very influential and very powerful. They have great lobbies. So someone issue money to influence certain people in the country. Until maybe that gas and so acquire office in Ghana. Yes, there's that appointment committee and it's ongoing between these three guys, Asenso Boache, John Jinapo, and Peter Amewu. From Sami Jemfi. According to Sami Jemfi, upon Krumanana B, they are soliciting what they call public sympathy for NDC. That's what Boabia Samoa was alleging. He said the governing New Patriotic Party has described as false claims by the opposition NDC that it is citing the Supreme Court to cite spokesperson for John Mahama legal team. Ayeni's contempt. And say, you see, politicians, whilst I call you before that day, they also expect that the other side also Francis B. and Koya. They should also follow up with that. All right, now we can get into the trending issue, the rebuilding Ghana. Under the rebuilding Ghana, okay, way back in March, April, near recorded single day, okay? Now, I don't want to start from the odd. I believe, sir, initially, government took a very decisive step for locking the country. But now they chose on my economy and the reaction. And I feel more open citizens, you know, numbers. But even though not so quick, sir. But at one point, we say after the almost started almost Christmas, almost Easter, and then Christmas and New Year and the political activities. That is the main cause. And I believe initially, the citizens themselves did not take it so serious. And some of them who say take it the lives of certain prominent people in the country and send a major issue. Now, I'm going to current figures today. What I'm showing right now on the screen, it talks about new cases are on my recording, which is 486 new cases. Okay, that is as of today, 24th February 2021. That's the new cases on my recording. The active cases, that is including the new cases, is 6,614. Okay, confirmed cases, which is 81,245. It's talking about total from the beginning. I didn't buy in. That is the number on my recording. I believe it's a bit high because if you are striking it by the percentage in relation to the population of 30 million, the numbers is quite high. Now, when it also happened within a very short time, okay, let's forget about it because already it has happened. So now, what is the way forward? The way forward is the solution. Now, you see, Ghanaians have done very well when it comes to the recovery, okay? About 74,047 in Omotimi are recorded. So that's quite impressive, Then you have the death rate at 584. Look, that is where my concern is, okay? Because a growing democratic society, in order to get a country going forward now, you need that manpower. So to have such number of people almost departed as a result of this COVID now, in a way it's also going to affect the economy, in a way it's going to affect the growth of the country. So it's very important that government take a decisive step. Now, you can see who the security forces has been involved with the enforcement of the CDC regulations, which are Obi Enron and Sa, young wear mask, even so just put on the mask, use a hand sanitizer. I think that there's a time I say a government and irrespective of money, your mom quite so you put more using as cut into the consolidated fund because this have to do with the health. Create some emergency fund, then subsidize it, those PPPs, and those protective measures, So mask in your man, given at a very subsidized prices. The villages, cut by constituency. Because the elections, you conduct elections based on the 275 constituencies. The same way the government can also do that. Because your government sector will almost every constituency. And those that cannot afford, we saw them, we're lucky or more up, no, maybe more. So it's the same manner they can do. You see, also read the report the free Christian Council for leader say the vaccine alone is not an end to it. Fine. Right now, in the number yet to meet a recruiting And Ghana being the first country so on Africa, in West Africa, almost to me, and I think it's I think it's a government, once more, yes, I'm commending government, So now let's look at the reaction of the people. This thing arrived today. Prior to that, nani pa be pre, that perception, So I didn't know, excuse me to say, almost religious beliefs are better. At the end of the day, who make a decision, you have to factor that into consideration because as citizens will make a decision to back them. But the citizens are not rejected at the end of the day, then there is a problem. So what does the government have to do now? Now government should also embark on I know say initially the goal or the purpose of doing this is like almost spread it, almost by testing on the frontline health workers. And I'll quote something. But you see, I don't know any could do it. And as citizens in Libya, I will believe say, you see, because allegedly they have to do with successes. I mean, look at this. You see, where religion, sometimes this is how religion can also influence public policies. Okay, so I be very dicey. Or government put so much money into the acquisition of this. Now the abundance of citizens that is also another problem. Raising public policy issues. So now the government have to get involved with education. The need for the citizens to take it. Look, a country like United States, as 2 days ago, you saw the number or more reported here, about 500,000 people and are almost departed as a result of this COVID-19. Ghana, yeah, I can see who figures now, the two or no. Okay, over 584 people, even though you're 80,000, we hope we don't get there. And so now, they should educate the masses for them to know that they are making a decision, not just for themselves, but also for their family. And they are choosing life over faith. And now, say, leaders in NB, so it takes our initiative, okay? So I'm going to take initiative, that's all I'm going to try. I think say a best send good presidents, I'm citizens and so I follow. Other than that, there will not be any purpose or basis why I say citizens in the government or that vaccine at the buy. My reading report to be Ewaha. Let me read this report. Once and then because of technology, many Ghanaians have done their own research. It be mostly our side effects. Yes, it does. Say be a you say anybody or be a so you best at or I said that's when you fever then your man. But at the passage of time or in few weeks, it will be caught. Okay. So I read this thing from this expert. He's called Fauci. I know a lot of people know Fauci. This is what he said. When it comes to reaction now, Fauci has somehow okay. I say, Dr. Fauci says some studies have shown up to 30% of patients report symptoms that can endure for months, complicating their return to normal routines and work, plunging many recovery patients into depression. I'm not an expert when it comes to this area, but quoting what an expert is saying, I don't think they are hiding anything or they are snowballing anyone. Oma admit to say vaccine or the side effects not necessarily means the greater goal. You consider you are focusing on just the side effects. And as it stands right now, I think you see most countries somewhere you see. But as I stated earlier, a normal plan of moving on with the frontline health workers let at least 275 MPs in Yakwami fantasy on them. We test the president, we test the vice, the Supreme Court justices, test your High Court justices. You see, I'm talking about the stakeholders in the country, It we test give an assurance. So be could take us and when you srubia and I say when you fear beer, but see, I never saw the government because you know how Ghanaians we are. To be very difficult for us. Say, Becca say, government, akoto ade na ba, but you believe in you doubt it into you see, we are very stubborn. And the point is, you cannot force people to do this, even though that issue may come out, but I don't think in Ghana. But here, I was doing my research. I believe it's getting to some time. It will be a choice between the individual and their employers. That's will be taken as an or not. But all in all, no, so far, I don't think it's anything bad. So they've given us assurance about 95%, even though there's a room of that 5%. I won't focus on that. I'll rather focus on the 95%. And once more, I'll just say a big thank you to everybody for your time.